The first thing Daniel noticed about the building was how normal it felt. That was important, because in his experience, the places where something felt off were rarely the ones that caused real trouble. It was always the normal ones. The kind of buildings you'd walk past without remembering 5 minutes later. Daniel had just moved to Chicago for a new job, night security supervisor at a mid-sized corporate office tower called Westbridge Plaza. Nothing fancy. 20 floors. Glass front. Grey interiors. Corporate silence. The kind of place where people worked, went home and forgot it existed. Perfect job, honestly. Quiet. Too quiet. Night shift begins. His shift started at 10 p.m. By 11:30, the entire building was empty except for cleaning staff on the lower floors. By midnight, complete silence. Just the hum of electricity and distant air vents. And the elevators. Always the elevators. There were 4 of them, side by side, steel doors, soft yellow lighting above each panel. They made that low mechanical hum, the kind you don't notice until everything else goes silent. Daniel sat at the security desk, watching CCTV feeds. Everything looked normal. Until 1:13 a.m., one of the elevator cameras flickered. Just for a second. He leaned forward. "Come on," he muttered, tapping the screen. The image came back. Empty elevator, nothing unusual. Still, he marked the time in his log, just in case. First incident, at 2:02 a.m., something strange happened. Elevator 3 activated. No one had pressed it. Daniel checked the motion sensors. No activity. No one entered. Yet the elevator started moving. Floor 1, floor 3, floor 5, it skipped floors. That was odd. Elevators didn't skip floors randomly. Then it stopped. Floor 17. Daniel frowned. That's not right. He checked the building directory. Floors listed 16, 18. No 17. He zoomed in on the panel camera. The number displayed inside the elevator. 17 clear as day. Probably a glitch, he whispered. Still, he picked up his radio. Maintenance? Static. No reply. Then, the elevator doors opened. The empty floor. Camera feed switched automatically. Floor 17. Except, there was no camera for floor 17. The system glitched. Static. Black screen. Daniel's stomach tightened. Okay, that's not normal. He grabbed his flashlight. Protocol said, investigate. The ride up. He stood in front of elevator 3. Doors slid open. Inside, nothing unusual. Soft lighting, mirror walls, faint smell of metal. He stepped in, pressed 16, because 17 didn't exist, right? Doors closed. The elevator moved, smooth, silent. Floor 5, floor 9, floor 12. Then, a sudden jerk. The lights flickered. The display changed. 17. Daniel froze. No, I didn't press that. He hit the button panel, pressed 16 again. Nothing. No response. The elevator kept moving, slowly, like it was deciding something. Arrival. Ding. Doors opened. Darkness. Not complete but dim. Like emergency lighting. Daniel didn't step out immediately. He leaned forward, shined his flashlight. A hallway. Carpeted. Old. Much older than the rest of the building. The walls weren't corporate white. They were yellowed, stained, peeling slightly. This isn't part of the building. He whispered it without realizing. Then he heard it. A sound. Far down the hallway. A voice. Soft. Almost like someone talking on a phone. Relief hit him first. Hello? He called. No answer. He stepped out. Bad decision. The floor that wasn't there. The elevator door stayed open behind him. That mattered. The hallway stretched farther than it should. Impossible distance. Like it didn't belong inside a 20-floor building. Doors lined both sides. All closed. No numbers. The voice came again. Closer now. You shouldn't be here. Daniel stopped. His chest tightened. Who's there? Silence. Then, a door creaked open halfway down the hall. He pointed the flashlight. The light flickered, and for just a second, he saw someone standing inside. Tall, still, facing away. Hey, security. Too fast, not walking, sliding, and the door slammed shut. Daniel's breath caught. Okay, this is not real. He turned back toward the elevator. The doors were closing. Hey, he ran. The doors shut just before he reached them. Trapped. He slammed the button. Nothing. The panel was dead. No lights. No response. The hallway behind him, now completely silent. Then, a soft sound. Footsteps. Behind him. Slow. Measured. Daniel didn't turn around immediately, because somewhere deep inside, he already knew. If he looked, something would be there, and it wouldn't be human. The reflection, instead. He looked at the elevator doors, polished steel, reflective, and in that reflection, he saw it, standing behind him, too tall, head tilted slightly, arms hanging too long, not moving, just watching. Daniel whispered, "Don't turn around, don't turn around." The reflection smiled, but he hadn't seen its face. The voice, then it spoke, right behind him. "You pressed the wrong floor." Daniel shut his eyes. "No, I didn't." "Yes, you did." The voice was calm, almost polite. "Everyone does, eventually." The truth, Daniel forced himself to speak. "What is this place?" Then, "This is where the building keeps what it removed." His heart pounded. What does that mean? Langar this time. Then, floor 17 used to exist. Daniel's breath stopped until something happened. What happened? Silence. Then, so they erased it. The worst part, Daniel swallowed hard. "Then why can I see it?" The answer came instantly. "Because it noticed you." Suddenly, ding. The elevator lit up. Doors opened. Daniel didn't wait. He jumped inside. Hit one repeatedly. Doors closed. As they shut, he saw it. Standing in the hallway, closer than before. Much closer. Smiling. Escape. The elevator dropped fast. Too fast. His stomach twisted. Floor numbers flashed. 17, 16, 12, 8, 3, 1. Ding. Doors opened. Lobby. Normal. Bright. Safe. Daniel stumbled out. Collapsed near the desk. Everything looked normal again. Except the CCTV. Elevator 3 camera. It showed him standing inside. But there was something behind him. Final entry. Security log. 3:47 a.m. Elevator malfunction. Possible system error. Recommend maintenance inspection. He didn't write the truth. No one would believe it anyway. Last detail. At 4:12 a.m. Elevator 3 activated again. No one inside. It moved slowly and stopped at floor 17. Next morning, the building manager told him something strange. "Hey, small correction," he said casually. "This building only has 19 floors." Daniel stared at him. What? Yeah, always has. But Daniel remembered. clear as day. He had counted 20 floors. And the elevator? Still running, still working, still stopping, at a floor that doesn't exist. Daniel didn't sleep that night. Or at least, he tried. But every time he closed his eyes, he saw it. That hallway, the yellow walls, and that thing, the worst part, he never even saw it clearly, and yet he couldn't forget its face. The next night, Daniel made a decision. Tonight, he wouldn't investigate anything. No elevators, no checking, no risks. Just sit, watch, wait for morning, 10 p.m., everything normal. 11:47 p.m., elevator 3, empty, still. 12:32 a.m., the building, silent. 1:09 a.m., Daniel looked away from the screen to grab water. 5 seconds. That's all it took. When he looked back, someone was standing inside elevator 3. It was already inside. Daniel froze. How? No one had entered. No motion sensors triggered. No doors opened. And yet, it was there, standing still, facing away, exactly like before. Daniel leaned forward and zoomed the camera. The image glitched. Slowly, the figure began to turn. No, don't. But it did. And this time, Daniel saw its face. Or, where a face should have been. There was nothing there, just a blurred darkness, like reality itself had been erased. It was looking back. Then it looked straight into the camera, directly, like it was looking at him. Daniel stumbled back. It can see me. The elevator moves. The elevator started on its own. Floor 1, floor 4, floor 8. Then slowly, floor 17. Stop! Stop it! Daniel shouted. The doors opened. This time, the screen didn't go black. It showed something else. Not recorded, not live. The camera displayed floor 17, but different. Older, worse, decaying. And this time the hallway wasn't empty. There were people, dozens of them, standing still. All of them faceless. The crowd, Daniel's heart pounded. Who are they? The thing inside the elevator stepped forward and walked out into the crowd. And then the crowd moved, all at once. Slowly they turned toward the elevator. Then, one by one, they lowered their heads, like they were making way for something. Something coming from deeper in the hallway. Daniel's breathing stopped. The screen started glitching violently, but for 1 second, he saw it. Something massive. Not human. It wasn't walking. It was being dragged. System failure. Suddenly, all CCTV feeds went black. Every screen dead. The building completely dark. Daniel's hands were shaking. It's here. The voice. Closer this time. A voice came from behind him. You saw. Daniel froze. Slowly he turned around. And there it was. Right in front of him. You saw it. Its voice was clearer now. You don't get to leave. The truth about the building. Daniel forced himself to speak. What is this place? The thing tilted its head. This isn't a building. It's a door. Daniel's eyes widened. A door to what? A long pause. Then, for those who were forgotten, your name. Suddenly, every screen turned back on, each one showing Daniel, but different versions. In one he was running, in another he was crying, and in one he was standing on floor 17. Then the final screen changed. A list appeared. Names, hundreds, thousands, scrolling slowly. Then it stopped. On one name, Daniel Harris. His breath caught. No, not the end. The beginning. The thing smiled. Now you'll be remembered. With us. The next morning, a new security guard arrived. The desk was empty. Daniel was gone. The manager shrugged. He quit. The final footage. They checked the CCTV. 3:13 a.m. Daniel enters elevator 3. Doors close. The elevator stops at floor 17. Doors open. Daniel steps out. And Nan never comes back. But now, sometimes when someone stands alone in elevator 3, they feel it. Someone behind them, and if they turn around this time, it's denial. It's Daniel ever comes back. The building wasn't new. That was the first lie. Westbridge Plaza had records. Of course it did. Construction permits, architect blueprints, ownership history, everything clean, everything normal. But there was one problem. The dates didn't match. Before the building, in the city archives, buried under scanned microfilm and handwritten reports, there were mentions of something else. A structure, same location, different name. The Harrington Complex, built in 1974, condemned in 1989, demolished officially, but not completely. The incident, no one talked about it openly. Not anymore. But Daniel did something he shouldn't have. Before he disappeared, he accessed the restricted files, and what he found was never meant to be seen. Archive log redacted. Date October 12, 1987. Location Harrington Complex, floor 17. Multiple reports of missing persons within the building. Witnesses claim individuals entered elevators and were never seen again. Maintenance staff reported an extra flow, appearing intermittently. Elevator systems were inspected. No mechanical faults found. Surveillance footage corrupted beyond recovery. One recovered audio recording included the phrase, "It is learning their names." The experiment. It wasn't just a haunting. It was worse. The building owners, they knew something was wrong, and instead of shutting it down, they tried to study it. Researchers were brought in. Private contractors, they believed floor 17 wasn't a place. It was a threshold, a thin point between two realities, and something on the other side was trying to cross. How it works? It doesn't grab people randomly. It watches, learns, waits, until someone notices it. That's the key. Once you become aware, it becomes aware of you. The first name, the oldest recovered document had a list, just like the one Daniel saw. Names of the missing. But at the very top was one name, the first name. Elias Harrington, the original owner of the building, the man who built floor 17. What he did. Elias wasn't just an architect. He was obsessed with something. Not ghosts, not death, memory. He believed that being forgotten was worse than dying. So he tried to create something impossible. A place where nothing and no one could ever be forgotten. The mistake. He succeeded. But not in the way he expected. Instead of preserving people, he created something that collects them, consumes them, stores them, not as bodies, but as imprints, echoes, fragments of identity. That's why the faces are gone. They're not people anymore. They're incomplete. The truth about it, that thing, the one Daniel saw, it's not a single entity. It's all of them, merged. Every person who was taken, every memory, every name, trying to become whole again. Why it needs you? Because it's not finished. It's still incomplete, still missing something. A perfect identity, a complete self, and it keeps taking people, trying to build one. Daniel was different. Daniel didn't just see it. He understood it. He questioned it. He remembered it. And that made him valuable. The final recording. There was one last piece of footage. Recovered. Hidden. Timestamp unknown. Camera unstable. Daniel standing in that hallway. Floor 17. But this time, he wasn't running. He was talking to it. Recovered. Audio don't need to take people. You already have them. You're just forgetting how to be one. Silence. Then a response. Multiple voices. Layered. Distorted. We are trying. Daniel steps closer. Then stop taking more. Pause. We cannot. We are incomplete. Daniel looks around. At the faceless figures. At the endless hallway. Then he says something strange. Then take just one. The voices stop. Completely. One. Complete memory. The camera glitches violently. What happened next? The footage cuts out. But after that night, everything changed. Present day, Westbridge Plaza still stands. Still operating. Still normal. But there are no more disappearances. No more missing persons. No more reports of floor 17. Almost fixed, almost, because sometimes, late at night, elevator 3 still activates. But now, it doesn't stop at floor 17. It stops at 1, and the doors open, slowly, to the lobby, where everything looks normal, except for one thing, the reflection. If you stand inside and look at the reflection, you won't be alone, because standing behind you is someone watching. Calm, still, familiar. Daniel Harris, not faceless anymore, not broken, complete and smiling. The final line. Because now, it doesn't need to take people anymore. It learned how to become one.